in Guyana, and he's from London. He's here to tell us about his stay here in Guyana and what he's been up to. Good morning, Mr. Razawi, and how are you this morning?
Good morning. Thank you for hosting.
Welcome to Guyana and welcome to our program.
Thank you.
Okay, you're an expert in social and domestic issues, and I learned that you've been visiting several communities here in Guyana. Tell us about, your visits and what are some of the things you're, telling the people and advice you're giving to the people.
Yeah, I arrived yesterday and had the opportunity to meet people and the community members here, and then they took me to Linden. And I had also the opportunity to meet the families there and the issues they are going through and the problems that they are going through. Although my visit is very short, you cannot deal and solve the family problems in 2 or 3 days. But it's good to get connected and understand the problems around the world.
Okay. And since you've been here, what are some of the most prevalent issues you'd say you've, heard so far here in Guyana?
Well, the family and domestic problems are same in all communities, in followers of all religion, whether Christian, Muslim, Hindu. This problem is the same. So, in olden days, people used to live together. They had extended families. Elders were concerned in keeping the young couple together. Unfortunately, nowadays, because of the financial crisis and difficulties and problems, the younger couple are not spending time together as their ancestors used to spend time together. So there are more problems. Wives are left home or left at home dealing with the kids. They get exhausted and tired of bringing up children on their own, and fathers are always working, so it creates lots of problems.
Okay, well, one of the main problems I know we've seen in Guyana, we've seen in the papers daily, is domestic violence and women being killed. What would be your advice to the Guyanese people in terms of dealing with domestic violence?
Yes, domestic violence, from Islamic point of view, is considered as forbidden, and whoever does it is punished in Muslim world. But of course, in non-Muslim world, we have to abide by the law and use the local authorities, like ladies who are going through the difficulties and problems. They should inform the authorities to help them. And my personal advice would be that the government and local authorities should provide more services, more counseling facilities, especially ladies who are victims of domestic abuse. They should be helped by the authorities.
Okay, also we've seen in our daily papers as well is that a lot of young people are committing suicide. Apparently, I don't know if it's some new thing, they feel like there's no hope, As an expert, what advice would you give the young people watching the program right now about, if they feel like giving up, what would you tell them?
Well, the main reason for suicide is lack of support, lack of services for the community members. I would advise them to, as a Muslim, I would advise them to not to give up and trust in God, and keep connected with God, seek advice of the elders, counselors, professionals, and it's not the end of the world. They have to get connected. I think the leaders of the community, especially the authorities, are to be blamed. They should make more effort to take care of these youngsters, especially at schools. We need to have counseling sessions for the younger generation who are going through the difficulties, and in confidence they should talk to them and try to resolve the problem.
Okay, so since so what are other communities will you be visiting? What other communities will you be visiting?
I will be going to another town in East. I think I forgot the name.
Okay.
What's the town in East?
East, okay. Okay, East Rivals or?
Yeah, I've been to Linden.
Linden.
Opposite to that is another town. I will be going there as well.
Okay, Berbice.
Berbice, yeah,
Berbice.
sorry.
Okay.
I'm new to this country.
Okay, all right. Well, I must thank you for being here, and I do wish you all the best, and you continue to enjoy your stay.
Thank you.
Okay, it's now time for the news. We'll be right back.